إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون.
There comes a time when we need to make a show for the world, the web and CNN. There's no people dying.
9 activists killed during the Israeli storming of a Gaza aid flotilla have been buried in Istanbul. All but one were Turkish. The other was a U.S. national of Turkish origin. Their bodies arrived in Turkey earlier on Thursday alongside hundreds of detainees deported by Tel Aviv.
So the best that we can do is create the greatest bluff of all.
The Israeli army shuts the camera, disconnected us from the satellites, and after that boycott all the cameras of the journalists and also of the passengers. So my question is, why the Israeli army released just the shoots and just the documentation related to the Israeli injured? What about the documentation related to the dead body?
You say the videos show clearly this and the videos show clearly that. Whose videos? There were many people on that boat. Why were their camera equipment confiscated? Why were their videos confiscated? Why was their photographic evidence confiscated? What we have is the Israeli version of what happened. We don't yet have the version or the video evidence from the passengers on the boat. Actually, if Israel has nothing to hide, if Israel has nothing to hide, why did it seize all the photographic evidence of the passengers on the ship?
Over again. And legitimately so. It's a very interesting and compelling video. Now, what they don't show you is what happened afterwards. That's when the Israelis drew their guns and killed people. Now, why didn't they show that? Because the Israeli Defense Forces gave you an edited tape of only the part that supports them. Understandable, but everyone should make that clear. I'm not sure it's been made that clear. Why didn't they give the rest of the tape where they decide, hey, you know what, enough of this, and they take out their guns and shoot everybody on the deck?
We must go on, pretending day by day that in Gaza is crisis, hunger, and plague.
Well, there quite clearly is a humanitarian crisis in Gaza. We in the United Nations Relief and Works Agency give emergency assistance to people who cannot afford to feed themselves and their families. That figure was 100,000 people last year. This year it's 300,000 people. So the number of people who are abjectly poor in Gaza has gone up by 3 times. If that were a figure that pertained to Russia or Israel or anywhere else, people would say there's a humanitarian crisis.
'Cause the billion bucks in aid won't buy the basic needs, like some cheese and missiles for the kids.
Nobody has said that Israel has prevented humanitarian materials to flow through to Gaza. You may be saying there's not enough.
I just said that. The UN has said that. Well, everybody said that. Israel constantly prevents humanitarian aid from going through to Gaza, and that's why this claim of, oh, you just give us the cargo and we'll take care of it for you is an absolute and absurd joke. For the last 3 years, the Israeli Prime Minister's aide, top aide, when the blockade was first imposed, said the purpose is to put the Palestinians on a diet. That's what the Israeli Prime Minister's top aide said about the reason this blockade was instituted. It is a completely inhumane blockade that is starving the people of Palestine, as the UN says, not as I say or Allah says.
We'll make the world abandon reason. We'll make them all believe that the Hamas is Mama Teresa.
احنا إلنا وطن مسلم. أنا إلي بيت في عسقلان وإلي أرض، وهذا في يافا وهذا في غزة وهذا في أرضنا مسلوبة. فإحنا بنطلب حقنا، ما بنطلبش أكثر من حقنا. إحنا ما بنكره اليهود ونخاف اليهود لأنهم يهود. اليهود أهل دين وإحنا أهل دين. إحنا بنحب كل أهل الأديان. أخويا هذا اللي من إنه وأبويا اللي دينه مسلم، إذا أخذ بيتي وقربني منه أنا بقاتل أخويا، بقاتل ابن عمي إذا أخذ أرضي وبيتي وقربني. فلما اليهودي يأخذ أرضي وبيتي وقربني منها كمان أنا مستعد أقاتل. أنا ما بقاتل أمريكا ولا بريطانيا ولا دول أخرى، أنا كل الناس معهم بالسلام. بحب كل الناس وبحب الخير لكل الناس، كمان بحب الخير لليهود. واليهود عاشوا معنا طول حياتهم، عمرنا ما اعتدينا عليهم وعمرنا ما أسأنا لهم، يعني وصلوا إلى مراتب عليا من الوزارات والحكم والأغنى. مين اللي بيعتدي عليهم؟ لكن هم لما ياخذوا أرضي وبطني وبيتي ويتشردوني منه. أنا عندي 4 مليون فلسطيني مشرد في الخارج. مين أحق يروح لوطنه؟ واللي جاي من روسيا اللي له 2000 سنة مبعد عنها، ولا اللي له 40 سنة طالع منها؟ مين أحق أن يعودوا؟ إحنا ما بنكره اليهود، لكن نقول لليهود أعطونا حقنا.
We are peaceful travelers with guns and our own knives. The truth will never find its way to your TV. As Allah shown us, for facts there's no demand, so we will always gain the upper hand.